everyone, welcome back to my channel, Made in Heaven. It's Mary Jo with your weekly free tarot reading. This reading is for the week of Monday, November 23rd through November 29th. We will be saying goodbye to Scorpio, our month-long transformation, and hopefully rebirth, rising like the phoenix and entering into Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. It's about expansion, growth, higher learning, truth, wisdom, philosophy, foreign travel, new adventures, new people, different lands and languages. So it's a very adventurous expansion of self, of mind, of spirit. So it's a beautiful time to welcome in. And it is the week of Thanksgiving that we celebrate here in the United States too, and how appropriate that we enter Sagittarius for this time of expansion and growth and celebrating and culture and food. So we don't want to expand on those waistlines, but hopefully we'll have a wonderful Thanksgiving week. But I'm doing the reading for the week with the theme Challenge, Advice, and Resolve. I'm using my Gilded Tarot deck, which I typically do use. And I'm going to be introducing this week my oracle cards that I have. Beautiful, beautiful fairy oracle that I have here by Lucy Cavendish. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. The artwork is Selena Finnick. And then also an oracle deck of Nature's Whispers oracle cards. These are also gorgeous. They tie in beautifully. And I love the artwork because I'm a huge fan of Josephine Wall. And I saw this deck and flipped out. And this is Angela Hartford oracle deck. So I pulled a card from each of the decks asking for a special message for everyone who would be watching and passing on the messages to others, including for myself, for this week of Thanksgiving. We start off with the Three of Pentacles, the Devil, the Page of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So in our Three of Pentacles position we have for the theme, we had that last week as well. Now the Three of Pentacles is Mars in Capricorn, and it is known as the Lord of Material Works, because if you get the Pentacles, we know are earthly things, material things. We know they're representative of the, I call them the bells and whistles, all the things we want in life that are tangible. You know, that you either pay for, buy, earn, receive. You can even make with your hands. I always say, you know, you do this lovingly with your hands. And the three is, to me, the result of the choice that you made, but it's a next step. It's a progression. You went from the Two Pentacles to the Three Pentacles, so you're seeing progress here. This card typically talks about praise, adoration. It talks about being recognized from beginning as an apprentice or someone who's learning to now being rewarded and praised for their works. And you see how you're reaching and taking the pentacle literally from above and bringing it into the material plane with you, into the earthly plane. You have earned this success. And this is the theme for this week. And we are, like I said, in Sag, going into Sag tomorrow, and it's Jupiter, expansion and growth. So it's like, you know, you're reaping the benefits and it's time for expansion. It feels like the theme of the week is saying some money might be coming to some people. Other people, it could be that the rewards of their attempting to ground themselves and stabilize themselves and bring harmony within themselves spiritually is going to be paying off. You're going to see the results. If you've been working hard on a relationship with someone, trying to successfully expand on it, move to the next level, and that could also mean the next level of ending the relationship that was unsettling and ungrounding. You should see this happening too during the week, that you're seeing progress and you're heading towards the goal of achieving the relationship, getting the recognition from the other party, or if you are leaving the relationship, that the party also agrees and you see that. And that in itself too is an expansion. You've been working on this, working your way out of it. Because you know, in the end, you always want what's best for yourself and the other person. And if it's something to do with your health, it feels like you should see progress paying off for you as well with this. So in anything that's going on in your life, since it's a general reading, let's look at it as progress is showing for the theme of the week and whatever you've been working on. you're going to be recognized for it. Either you're going to see the recognition in yourself, how things are progressing, or outside people will be actually telling you that they see progress in you. You're getting rewarded, you're getting praised. And for some of you, it might even be an increase or maybe a holiday bonus or something coming up. Now that's Mars in Capricorn, and actually Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So it's kind of like Mars is, that fierce warrior, and it kind of like gets all dressed up, puts on a business suit, and it's ready to get, down to it. Let's get serious. Let's get some work done. I'm going to give the devil his due. I'm going to get that corner office, the great view, high up and mighty in my tower. Mars also is the tower in the Tarot and the major arcana. So, I'm looking down on everyone. This is my reward, my praise here, and everyone's looking up and applauding you. Also, the hard work that Mars has been doing. Yes, Mars is that warrior. Mars is aggressive. Mars is fierce. Mars has great ideas. Mars is fire. The god Mars, he forged things from the volcanic molten lava. He created things. He worked on things. He can be tempestuous as well, but in this higher frequency, he is putting the hard work in Capricorn. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's all about those rings, those boundaries and limitations, that teacher. It's the challenges that they want us to rise above and be rewarded for. And this is, about that reward for that hard work. And then we have in the challenge, is the devil. Now this is a major arcana. So it's one of the big secrets in life. It's one of the things we need to learn. And challenges for the week. Now with the devil, the devil is talking about, and the devil is Capricorn, actually. Yeah, and in astrology and the tarot. And Capricorn is about hard work and being recognized. With the devil, we're talking about self-imposed limitations. And it's interesting, following the theme, we're saying your hard work is showing success and praise. The devil is talking about self-imposed limitations. That's what your challenge is. What are you saying you can't do? What are you saying you are inadequate in? What are you putting yourself down in and keeping yourself chained to in a situation? Is it that relationship you want to get out of, or is it that relationship you want to get into that you're saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not worth that raise, I'm not worth that promotion, I don't have the talent to write that song, I don't have the talent to be a great drummer, I don't have a great talent to be an artist or a tarot reader. These are the self-imposed limitations. These are the restraints and constrictions that we put on ourselves in this physical body, in this vessel. So the devil is about setting yourself free. It also can be this week of Thanksgiving with challenges. The devil is excesses. Too much drugs, too much pot, too much drinking, too much smoking, too much gambling, too much sex, too much this. It's excess, and we are with that Jupiter vibe going on, which is about that expansion. So watch out for that this week, with eating too much, drinking too much, partying too much. If you're going to any games and you're doing those tailgate parties, be careful, okay? You don't want to be tailgating on the way there and driving home drunk, you know what I mean, or stoned or something. You want to be careful, be responsible, okay? And think about it, that the only thing that's setting you free is you, and the only thing that's keeping you captive is you. Okay, you can enjoy these earthly pleasures. That's what they're here for, us to experience, and also to do it responsibly and in moderation, so that none of the things control us, that we're still the boss. You got that Mars and Capricorn energy. I'm running the show here, okay? And if anything takes control of you, you can put a name on it and blame it as it's the devil or temptation, but really it's yourself. So be responsible for that to yourself. And once you realize it's me who got myself into this situation, it's me who can get myself out of it. I'm sorry, my cat is scratching all over the place and mute. Then we have here in the advice, I'm trying to pet her to keep her quiet, but it's okay. We have the Page of Cups. Now remember that the pages are the personification of the element that they represent. And with the Page of Cups, the element is water. And this is in our advice. So I'm going to say to be like water. All right, water, it flows, it's reflective, It can be very calming. It can be very tempestuous. But water takes the shape, the form of whatever vessel is holding it, whether it's the depth of the sea, God bless you, now my dog's sneezing, or it is the cup that it is poured into. Merrick. So with the advice, we're saying here to be more like water, be receptive of any of the praise that's coming to you, any of the good things that are coming to you, anything that the universe, God, the angels are trying to reward you with this time in Jupiter. Come here. Sorry. And be receptive to these things. You deserve it. You've earned it. You've worked hard for it. And with the Devil card, let's reflect back. If you haven't, well, maybe you should be. So you could be reaping some of these rewards and some of these blessings for yourself. I'm going to just put it out there too. The Page of Cups and advice usually does talk about the birth of a child or a pending pregnancy, or it's ripening for conception. If that's what some of you are looking toward, it is now the time, especially with this full moon coming up too. If you want to think about that and get into that. But it's a time of spiritual growth for a lot of us too. It's a childlike innocence that you're being that receptive conduit, like water is a conduit, to receive spirit, you know, to be adaptable. I think Bruce Lee had said that beautiful quotation about the cup and water takes the shape of everything it's in. And that's what we want to be: adaptable, we want to be malleable, we want to take form and shape, but being that reflective, feeling depth to ourselves, emotionally fulfilling. And then in the Resolve, what a great card. We have another beautiful card, a Major Arcana, again, with the Wheel of Fortune. And again, it's a major. It's talking about things you need to learn. But this is ending off this week with the Resolve, or the outcome, with the World. Now, with the World, the Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune, ruled by Jupiter, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. We're going into Sagittarius on the 23rd of this month, so it's kind of appropriate. And I'm going to kind of tell you, since we're leaving Scorpio, this is our water. So it's like saying goodbye. Goodbye, Scorpio. Thank you for what I've learned and grown this last 30 days of your cycle. See you next year in your solar return. And now we have, with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, like the wheel goes up and down. It's down in the mud and the dirt. So, you know, we've gone to those depths, and then it rises above. And it comes out back into the air and gets cleared off. So this is the energy with the wheel. It's constantly going. It is the number 10. It is transcendent. So if something new is beginning. Yes, Sagittarius is beginning tomorrow for that month. And we're going to say, okay, with this Wheel of Fortune and with Jupiter and expansion. So this is about wisdom. This is about success. Our family. Maybe a lot of us are going to be around family and friends for Thanksgiving and the holidays. It's about higher learning, philosophy. It's about truth. You know, on the higher vibrational frequency, on the shadow side, Sagittarius are very judgmental, accusing, you know, accusatory, like suspicious. They can have tempestuous tempers and arrogance and ego. But on the higher, the lighter side of the vibrational frequency we want to resonate to in this Resolve for this week is rising above those negative energies, like I just mentioned, keeping your emotions in check, being balanced. The way that you handle a situation emotionally is all about yourself. Try and keep, you know, even a lid on your mouth sometimes, and chain your thoughts, or be more diplomatic with the way that you talk to people and deal with things. If you have people in your life that are stressing you or being arrogant, or, you know, just maybe people that, you know, they miss know-it-all or Mr. Know-it-all. You can't tell them they know everything, but they won't admit anything they've done wrong or that they didn't get right because they've got insecurities or ego problems. That just let that all go. Because with this card too, you have to recognize with the Wheel of Fortune, what goes around comes around. And if you've been that uppity little miss or mister, arrogant, ego, you know it all, promising people things and not following through with them, not being that wise, philosophical, higher energy, you're going to get your wheel in the mud. You know, it's your turn. This is the cycles of life, I got to tell you. But if you've been the one who's been oppressed instead of the oppressor, it's your time. And as the wheel turns, you know, it goes up and it goes down. That's life. And that's what makes life challenging, interesting, the trials and tribulations, and it's how we deal with it. So this is a new beginning for us. We're entering this new phase of Sagittarius. Look toward this month for some wisdom and growth. Maybe a lot of you will be traveling to foreign lands, or you might even something like get new neighbors and they're from another country, and you strike up interesting conversations and learn, wow, new ways of cooking and eating in their culture, different music, different styles of clothing, a language. God, broaden your mind. Can you imagine to speak 2, 3, 4, 5 different languages, or know the cultures, different ethnicities? The food, music, and love bring us all together and make us one. All the other things that separate and segregate and delineate us are just poo-poo anyway. You know, we are all one. Embrace it all. And we can all learn from each other, and we can all share with each other, especially in this time of Thanksgiving. You know, before you go out the next day on Black Friday and trample the hell out of everyone to get that, you know, 60-inch screen TV that you want. I mean, really? People, okay? Thanksgiving is about being thankful for everything you have in your life, and I always tell you, the more you are thankful for, the more you will have to be thankful for. Now, with our oracle card, the first card we got from our Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle, this is a beautiful card. It's called Into the Woods. It reminds me of that beautiful, like, that saga, Into the Woods. I love that. I love fairies, too. And this is stranger in a strange land, new experiences, feeling uncertain on the lower vibrational frequency, and transition zone. Wow, I love when Spirit does that. Okay, with Sag and expansion and growth, it is about strange lands to us, which isn't strange to the person who lives there, but new lands, new experiences, new adventures. That is Sagittarius. They're always looking for the next adventure. You know, they're like the unbridled child, you know, somewhat spoiled and has to always have their way. You know, that's that fire energy. But in the matured state, they've learned and they've tempered that, and you know, hopefully you achieve some great wisdom here. So you see, you know, like she clings to the tree, a little uncertain and afraid. Things are misty behind her, so it's like she can't really see her way through. Her face doesn't really show fear, but it's more like caution. Her wings are down. She's not ready to fly, okay? So this is transition for her. And with the 10 and the Wheel of Fortune, we did talk about that. It's transition. It's transcendence. It's something new is beginning with us. And the 29 is on the card. That's 11 in numerology when you add the 9 and the 2. And 11 is a portal. So it's a doorway to something wonderful, hopefully for us all. So fear not. Venture in the metaphorical sense into the woods, the unknown. Be excited. It's daring. It's adventurous. You know, when you bring fear with you, fear will be with you. When you bring love with you, love will be with you. Excitement, reward. That's a beautiful oracle card. And then here with Nature's Whispers oracle card, we got Make a Wish. And that's number 1. 1 is new beginnings too. And I love that the dandelion flower. As a kid, I remember, you know, when I used to live in New York, seeing them in fields and all around in your backyard and blowing on them and making your wishes as they go up to the heavens. And you see how her head is like fertile landscape. And she is one with the earth, as we all are, one with Mother Earth. But from her bosom sprouts beautiful flowers. Life, her heartbeat. Along her beautiful shoulders and neck, green and lush, up into her head. Also you see beautiful, lush greenery and trees sprouting from her crown chakra there. She's creating new life with her wishes. Are they her dreams? Oh, what is it that she's looking to manifest and bring into fruition? What are you looking to manifest and bring into fruition? So look at this. See how she's blowing gently, carrying her wishes off to the universe, to God, to Spirit, so that they will go above and come below into the earthly plane. With the beautiful greenery, too, we know that it's fertile. The fairy up in the corner flying there, the beautiful colors. It's like she's carrying the wishes up to the heavens. This card is all about breathing new life for all of us. So in this week of making wishes, as we begin with the number 1 down there, remember the things that we wished for maybe in the last year, month, even 2 years. Think about it. What have you been wishing for that's coming through for you now, or did come through for you this year, in this 8 vibrational year that I build on my strengths? What have you transformed into this year? What have you got to be thankful for this week? What have you wished for that's come to you that you could be thankful for this week? You know, besides every day, maybe you might want to make an extra special thank you affirmation the morning of Thanksgiving or that evening, to offer up to Spirit, to God, to whatever, call your higher power, the universe, and say thank you. And put your wishes out for the world, for all of us. We are one. We will all be affected by anything that goes on in the world. And for the universe, as well as for ourselves. Remember, when you put out loving, positive light to others, it resonates back to you. The universe reverberates back to you what you put forth. So in this week of Thanksgiving, put forth thankful things, the blessings you have in your life, and be grateful. I'm grateful for you for tuning in, the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking and comments too. I appreciate that. And I do always wish you the best and happy Thanksgiving. I will be back during the week with our full moon reading that's going to be in Gemini, coming up around the 25th in our hemisphere. But in the meantime, as always, I wish you the best. Bye.